Unshakable Calm. Mastering Inner Peace in a Chaotic World, written and published by Spoken Quora. Introduction: the calm within the storm. Imagine standing in the middle of a raging storm. Winds howling, rain pouring, chaos all around. But instead of being swept away, you remain still, unshaken, untouched. This is the power of unshakable calm. The ability to stay grounded no matter what life throws your way. In today's fast-paced world, stress, anxiety, and distractions have become the norm. We react instead of responding, worry instead of trusting, and rush instead of pausing. But what if you could cultivate a mindset so steady, so composed, that nothing, no external chaos or internal doubt, could disturb your peace? This book is your guide to mastering inner stillness, developing emotional resilience, and transforming the way you navigate life's challenges. Through practical techniques and mindset shifts, you'll discover how to silence the noise, control your reactions, and create a life of effortless peace. Are you ready to unlock the power of unshakable calm? Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Art of Stillness. We live in a world that never stops. From the moment we wake up, notifications flood our screens, tasks pile up, and the noise of daily life demands our attention. Stress, anxiety, and overwhelm have become so common that we barely notice them anymore. But deep inside, there's a longing, a desire for stillness, for quiet, for peace. Stillness is not just the absence of movement. It is the presence of awareness, a state of mind that allows you to remain centered despite the chaos around you. It is the ability to observe without reacting, to be present without being consumed by distractions. The art of stillness is about mastering your inner world so that external turbulence no longer controls you. So, how do we cultivate stillness in a world that thrives on speed and urgency? Most of us live either in the past, replaying memories, or in the future, worrying about what's next. Rarely do we exist in the now, the only place where life actually happens. The key to stillness lies in training your mind to embrace the present moment. Try this. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Notice the weight of your body where you are sitting. Listen to the subtle sounds around you. What you just did is a simple practice of mindfulness. In that brief moment, you are present, fully engaged in reality rather than lost in thoughts. Stillness is about creating these moments of presence throughout your day. Practical step: the 5-second rule for stillness. The next time you feel overwhelmed, stop for 5 seconds. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I reacting to this situation, or am I responding? These 5 seconds can be the difference between impulsive stress and conscious calm. One of the biggest obstacles to stillness is the constant chatter in our minds. Our brains generate thousands of thoughts per day, many of which are unnecessary, repetitive, or negative. The mind is like an untamed river. If left unchecked, it will carry you in every direction, creating stress and confusion. To master stillness, you must become aware of your inner dialogue and learn to guide it. Instead of getting caught up in self-doubt, fear, or frustration, practice observing your thoughts rather than identifying with them. Practical exercise: thought watching. Imagine your thoughts are like clouds passing in the sky. Instead of reacting to each one, just watch them float by. If a negative thought arises, I'm not good enough, instead of engaging with it, say, this is just a thought. I don't have to believe it. Over time, this practice will help you develop a calm, detached awareness, the foundation of stillness. Stillness doesn't require a quiet retreat in the mountains. It can be cultivated in the middle of your daily routine. Here's how. Start your day in silence. Instead of checking your phone first thing in the morning, spend 5 minutes in complete stillness. Breathe, reflect, and set a calm intention for your day. Turn everyday tasks into meditation. Whether you're drinking tea, walking, or washing dishes, do it slowly and mindfully, focusing on every movement. Reduce unnecessary noise. Spend time without background distractions, TV, social media, or music. Let your mind settle into stillness naturally. Schedule do-nothing time. Set aside at least 10 minutes daily to just sit and do nothing. This isn't wasted time. It's a reset button for your mind. End your day with stillness. Before bed, sit in silence for a few minutes. Reflect on your day. Let go of any lingering stress and allow yourself to fully unwind. Stillness is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. The more you train yourself to slow down, observe, and remain present, the more unshaken you become. When you master the art of stillness, the world may continue to be loud and chaotic, but it will no longer have control over you. Instead, you will stand in the eye of the storm, calm, clear, and in full command of your inner peace. Are you ready to step into stillness? Start today, one moment at a time. Chapter 2. The Power of Emotional Detachment. Why do we react instead of respond? Imagine you're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. A driver cuts you off, nearly hitting your car. In that instant, your blood boils, your heart races, and before you know it, you're shouting in frustration. Sound familiar? This is what happens when we react instead of respond. Emotional reactivity is our default mode, driven by years of conditioning and survival instincts. Our brain perceives stress as a threat, triggering fight or flight responses that often lead to impulsive words, rash decisions, or unnecessary suffering. But what if you could take control? What if, instead of being swept away by emotions, you could step back, observe, and choose your response? This is where emotional detachment comes in. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about mastering them. Emotional detachment is the ability to experience emotions without being controlled by them. It's about creating a gap between what happens and how you react. When you develop this skill, external events no longer dictate your inner peace. Think of it like an ocean. The surface might be stormy with waves crashing violently, but the depths remain calm and undisturbed. Your emotions are the surface waves, but deep within, you can cultivate unshakable calm. Neurologically, emotional reactions come from the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for survival instincts. When you face a stressful event, your amygdala activates instantly, making you react without thinking. However, the prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, has the ability to override these reactions. The problem is, most people don't give themselves enough time to activate their logical thinking before reacting emotionally. The solution? Create a pause. The 3-second rule for emotional control. Before reacting to any situation, train yourself to 1. Pause for 3 seconds. 2. Take a deep breath. 3. Ask yourself, is my reaction helping or hurting me? This small habit gives your logical mind a chance to step in before your emotions take over. Developing emotional detachment doesn't mean becoming cold or indifferent. It means learning to respond with clarity instead of reacting impulsively. Here are 5 practical ways to train yourself. Most people take everything personally. If someone is rude, we assume it's about us. If we fail, we label ourselves as failures. Instead, practice detachment from external events. See yourself as an observer. Just like watching a movie, watch your emotions come and go without attaching to them. Remind yourself, this is just an experience, not my identity. Some people thrive on negativity and drama. Their energy is chaotic, and they want to drag others into it. Avoid being their emotional sponge. Limit exposure to toxic conversations. Don't engage in unnecessary conflicts. Not every argument needs your participation. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? If not, let it go. Think of someone who always remains calm, no matter what happens. They don't react to criticism, don't take offense easily, and never let small inconveniences ruin their day. This is a sign of true power. The next time someone tries to provoke you, smile instead of reacting. When facing criticism, listen objectively without getting defensive. If plans change unexpectedly, accept and adapt instead of stressing. The more you practice, the stronger your emotional control becomes. When something feels overwhelming, ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? If I were an outsider looking at my life, how would I see this situation? Most things that upset us are minor in the grand scheme of life. Zooming out helps you gain perspective and respond with wisdom. A major cause of emotional distress is trying to control things we can't change. Other people's opinions, external events, or unexpected challenges. The more you resist, the more suffering you create. Instead, practice radical acceptance. Control what you can, your mindset, your actions. Let go of what you can't, other people's behavior, external circumstances. This mindset shift will free you from unnecessary frustration. When you master emotional detachment, you become untouchable. Insults no longer offend you. Setbacks no longer break you. Stress no longer controls you. You don't react, you respond. You don't let emotions drive your decisions. You consciously choose your actions. This is the path to true power, the ability to remain calm, clear, and in control, no matter what life throws your way. Are you ready to take the first step? Start today. Pause, breathe, and take back control. Chapter 3. Mastering the Inner Dialogue. The battle inside your mind. Have you ever noticed the constant chatter in your mind? The voice that criticizes your mistakes, doubts your abilities, and fills your head with endless what-ifs. This inner dialogue shapes your reality more than you realize. Imagine waking up in the morning. If your first thoughts are, I'm so tired, today is going to be awful, I'll probably mess up that meeting, why am I even trying, I never succeed, your entire day will reflect that negativity. On the other hand, if you wake up thinking, I feel grateful for this new day, I can handle any challenge that comes my way, I am in control of my thoughts and emotions. Your mind starts looking for ways to confirm those positive beliefs. Your inner dialogue is either your biggest enemy or your greatest ally. Mastering it is the key to unshakable calm. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and the stories you tell yourself. If you constantly say, I'm a failure, your brain will find proof to support that belief. If you say, I'm resilient, your mind will reinforce that idea. Psychologists call this self-fulfilling prophecy. Your thoughts create your reality. Think of your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are weeds. They grow fast, take over, and suffocate your inner peace. Positive thoughts are flowers. They require care, attention, and patience to bloom. If you want a peaceful mind, you must intentionally plant empowering thoughts and remove the weeds of negativity. Most people don't realize they are stuck in destructive thought loops. Here are the most common ones and how to reprogram them. The inner critic, self-doubt, and harsh judgment. Example, I'm not good enough. Solution, flip the script. I am learning and improving every day. Imagine talking to a friend who is struggling. Would you say, you're a failure? No, you'd encourage them. Treat yourself with the same kindness. Catastrophic thinking, always expecting the worst. Example, if I fail this exam, my life is over. Solution, ask yourself, Will this matter in a year? Most fears are exaggerated. Zoom out and put things into perspective. Comparison syndrome, feeling inferior to others. Example, they're so successful. I'll never be like them. Solution, shift your focus. I'm on my own journey. My progress matters. Social media makes this worse. Limit exposure to unrealistic comparisons. The victim mentality, blaming everything else. Example, life is unfair. I have no control. Solution, take ownership. I can choose how I respond and create change. A victim mindset drains your power. Reclaim control by focusing on what you can change. Now that you recognize these harmful thought patterns, how do you replace them with empowering beliefs? Here are 5 powerful techniques to master your inner dialogue. Name your inner voice so you can disarm it. Give your negative voice a name, like Doubtful Dave or Fearful Fiona. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, say, oh, that's just Fearful Fiona talking again. I don't have to listen to her. This creates emotional distance, so you don't identify with the negativity. Use the 3-word rule to interrupt negative thoughts. Whenever a negative thought pops up, interrupt it with 3 words. Not my story. Example, thought, I'll never be successful. Response, not my story. Then replace it with I'm constantly improving. This stops negative thoughts from running on autopilot. Talk to yourself like a coach, not a critic. Replace judgment with encouragement. Instead of I'm terrible at this, say I'm learning and getting better. Instead of I always fail, say I have overcome challenges before and I will again. Self-compassion isn't weakness. It's a superpower for mental strength. Turn affirmations into questions so your brain accepts them faster. Instead of saying, I am confident, your mind might reject this if you don't feel it. Try, how can I be more confident today? Your brain will search for real evidence to support the answer. Practice mental minimalism. Reduce the mental clutter. Your mind is like a room. If it's cluttered with useless thoughts, there's no space for peace. Declutter your thoughts by journaling daily to dump excess worries onto paper. Meditating for 5 minutes to create mental stillness. Unplugging from distractions, social media, negative news, toxic people. The less noise in your mind, the more clarity you gain. When you master your inner dialogue, you gain emotional resilience. You stop overreacting to small problems. Unshakable confidence. You trust yourself instead of doubting. True inner peace. Your mind becomes a place of calm, not chaos. Most people are prisoners of their own thoughts, but you don't have to be. From this moment on, start talking to yourself like someone you love, because your words shape your reality. Master your mind, and you master your life. Chapter 4. Flow state and deep focus. What if life didn't feel like a struggle? Imagine a moment when you were completely absorbed in something. You lost track of time, distractions disappeared, and everything felt effortless. Maybe it was while playing a sport, writing, painting, coding, or even having a deep conversation. This state is called flow, the sweet spot between effort and ease where you perform at your best while feeling fully alive. Athletes call it being in the zone. Artists call it creative trance. Monks call it mindfulness in action. When you master flow and deep focus, work stops feeling like work and productivity becomes effortless. Flow is a mental state where you experience total focus, no distractions, no overthinking, effortless action. Things just click into place. A loss of time, hours feel like minutes. Peak performance, your best work happens naturally. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, who pioneered flow research, found that people are happiest when they're in flow, not when they're mindlessly scrolling their phones or relaxing on the couch. Why? Because flow eliminates mental resistance. Instead of forcing yourself to concentrate, your mind aligns perfectly with your actions. When you enter a flow state, your brain releases a cocktail of neurochemicals. Dopamine increases motivation and excitement. Norepinephrine boosts energy and alertness. Endorphins create a sense of joy and satisfaction. Anandamide enhances creativity and problem solving. This combination makes you feel energized, creative, and unstoppable, which is why top performers chase flow like an addiction. But most people never experience deep flow because their minds are too distracted. If you struggle to concentrate, here's why. Digital overload, constant distractions. Problem: your brain is wired for quick dopamine hits from social media, notifications, and emails. This kills your ability to focus deeply. Solution: design a distraction-free environment. Turn off notifications. Use noise-canceling headphones. Set a 90-minute deep work block with no interruptions. Multitasking, switching between tasks kills flow. Problem: every time you switch tasks, your brain needs 23 minutes to refocus. Solution: use the one-task rule. Pick one task. Work on it until it's done. No checking messages. No jumping between projects. Mental clutter. Too many thoughts in your head. Problem: worry, overthinking, and background stress make focus impossible. Solution: practice a 5-minute brain dump. Before working, write down every worry, idea, or thought. Get out of your head so your mind can focus. Low energy, tired mind equals weak focus. Problem: poor sleep, unhealthy food, and lack of movement drain your mental stamina. Solution: fuel your brain. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Stay hydrated. Move your body. Even a short walk sharpens focus. Now that you know what blocks deep focus, here's how to activate effortless flow mode. Pick a clear goal. Your brain needs direction. Your mind enters flow when it knows exactly what to do. Bad goal: I'll work on my project. Good goal: I'll write 1,000 words in the next 90 minutes. The clearer your goal, the easier it is to focus. Eliminate every possible distraction. Create a flow-friendly workspace by turning off notifications, using website blockers, freedom, cold turkey, wearing noise-canceling headphones, letting others know you're in deep work mode. Your environment must support focus. Enter the deep work zone. Set a timer for 90 minutes. This is the brain's natural focus cycle. Work without stopping until the timer rings. If you feel tempted to check your phone, remind yourself, this is my flow time. Use trigger rituals to get in the zone. Before working, do a ritual that signals your brain it's time to focus. Listen to the same instrumental music. Take a few deep breaths. Make a cup of coffee or tea. Read for 5 minutes before starting. Your brain loves consistency. A ritual makes flow automatic. Track your flow sessions. After each flow session, write down what task you worked on, how deep your focus was, 1 to 10 scale, what helped you stay in flow. Over time, you'll train your brain to enter flow faster. Mastering flow and deep focus will transform your productivity. You'll work faster. What took 5 hours will take 2. You'll feel more engaged. No more forcing yourself to focus. You'll experience effortless calm. Work won't feel like a battle. Most people struggle through life, pushing themselves to work harder. But flow allows you to work smarter without stress. Make deep focus a habit, and effortless success will follow. Chapter 5: Unbreakable Serenity, Becoming Immovable like a Mountain. Imagine standing at the peak of a mountain. The winds howl, the storms rage, and yet you remain unmoved. The world around you changes constantly, but you stand firm, calm, and unshaken. This is true inner strength. Most people live at the mercy of their emotions and external circumstances. A rude comment, an unexpected challenge, or a stressful situation can ruin their entire day. But those who cultivate unbreakable serenity become like mountains, solid, steady, and immovable. What if no setback, criticism, or uncertainty could disturb your inner peace? In this chapter, we'll explore how to develop an unshakable mind, one that remains calm no matter what happens. When you think of power, what comes to mind? Aggression? Loudness? Control? Real power is the ability to remain calm under pressure. True warriors, whether in battle, business, or personal life, don't panic or react emotionally. They stay still, observe, and act only when necessary. The world teaches us to react instantly, to get angry, to defend ourselves, to fight back. But wisdom lies in choosing stillness over reaction. Serenity isn't weakness. It's control. A tree with shallow roots falls in a storm. A tree with deep roots bends, but never breaks. The goal is to deepen your roots, so nothing can shake you. If you struggle to stay calm, here's why. Over-attachment to external validation. Problem: you care too much about what others think. A bad comment online ruins your mood. A rejection makes you feel worthless. You constantly seek approval. Solution: detach from opinions. You are not your reputation. People's words don't define you. Only your actions do. Train yourself to respond with, "That's interesting," instead of reacting emotionally. Emotional reactivity, letting feelings control you. Problem: your emotions dictate your actions. Anger makes you say things you regret. Fear stops you from taking action. Stress keeps you stuck. Solution: create space between stimulus and response. Take 3 deep breaths before reacting. Ask yourself, will this matter in a year? Train your mind to pause instead of instantly reacting. Fear of uncertainty, need for control. Problem: you fear the unknown. You worry about the future. You need constant security and predictability. Change makes you anxious. Solution: embrace uncertainty. Nothing in life is certain. The more you accept change, the stronger you become. Instead of fearing uncertainty, trust that you'll handle whatever comes. If you want mountain-like serenity, develop these 3 qualities. Equanimity, the power of non-reaction. What it means: staying balanced no matter what happens. Someone insults you? You don't react. You lose money in a bad deal? You remain calm. Things don't go as planned? You adjust without panic. Equanimity equals freedom from emotional turbulence. Meditation. Train your mind to observe thoughts without reacting. Practice letting go daily. Whenever something annoys you, take a deep breath and say, "This is not worth my energy." Use perspective shifting. Ask, will this matter in a week? If not, let it go. Stoic detachment, controlling what you can, accepting what you can't. What it means: focusing only on what you can control. You can't control other people's opinions, but you can control how you respond. You can't control external events, but you can control your mindset. You can't stop problems from happening, but you can stop them from breaking you. How to develop it? Repeat this mantra. What's outside my control is none of my concern. When faced with stress, ask, is this within my power to change? If not, accept it and move on. Visualize the worst-case scenario. This trains your mind to accept uncertainty, making you fearless. Inner grounding, finding stability within yourself. What it means: being your own source of strength rather than relying on external factors. People come and go. Money rises and falls. Success and failure fluctuate. But if your peace comes from within, nothing can take it away. Build a morning ritual. Start each day with meditation, journaling, or a quiet moment to set your mindset. Strengthen your self-worth. Stop seeking validation. Remind yourself, I am enough as I am. Stay present. Anxiety and fear come from overthinking the future. Train yourself to focus on right now. One of the best ways to develop unbreakable serenity is through the mountain meditation. Sit in a quiet place. Close your eyes. Visualize a massive mountain. See its strength, its stillness, its immovability. Now imagine yourself as that mountain. Feel storms, winds, and rain pass over you, but you remain unshaken. Repeat to yourself, I am steady, strong, and unmovable. Doing this regularly rewires your mind to become calm under pressure. Most people are waves, always moving, always reactive. You must be the ocean floor, deep, steady, and unshaken. When you train your mind to be unmovable, you stop fearing criticism. You no longer react emotionally. You face life's chaos with calm confidence. The storms will always come, but when you master unbreakable serenity, they will never move you. Be the mountain. Stay unshaken. Conclusion: embrace your unshakable calm. You now have the tools to develop an unshakable mind, one that remains steady no matter what life throws at you. But remember, knowledge without action is useless. Now, ask yourself, what's one situation in your life where you tend to lose your calm? How would your life change if you could face it with complete stillness? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights on mastering your mind and emotions. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your journey to inner peace starts now. Will you take the first step? Let's build an unshakable mindset together.